a short hour. Let's go ahead and get diving in. We're going to be working on starting reading and answering the questions for the Emerson Self-Reliance excerpt assignment in Schoology. So you want to go ahead and get in your Schoology. Make sure that, well, come home. Make sure that, come on, Internet. So it is the Emerson activity as soon as Schoology starts to work with us. And it looks like this. Let's see. Okay, good, it's working. All right, so if you're in our course, in this week's activity folder, love if the internet would go a little bit faster for me. This week's activity folder, and it is the Emerson activity, okay? So that's what you want to have open. It looks like this, my darlings. Okay, this will be, so remember the activity for Monday was just to go through and look at those, or one of the activities was to go through, make sure you've got your focus skills, and then I told you on Friday, after we did some actual activities with those skills, you could use them for reflection, yeah? Do you remember this? Okay, so this will be one of those activities that you can use for your reflection activity at the end of the week, okay? Now, what we're going to be doing, I've taken the essay Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Somebody remind me, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who is that? Yes, they all have beautiful neck beards. But he's like our granddaddy, our grandfather of transcendentalism. Yeah, like he's one of the main figureheads of it. And his dear friend, not Ralph Waldo Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson's dear friend Henry David Thoreau is who we'll be reading towards the end of the week. So this piece is called Self-Reliance, and what we're really going to be focusing on in this, or what I want you thinking about, are those terms of like, somebody tell me, what was genius? What did we talk about genius being? Yes, your creativity, your imagination, that true, almost just fell on my chair, that true thing that is within you that nobody else can do because nobody else is you. Yeah? So we're going to be finding out a lot about where that idea comes from. It's originally from this piece. This piece is much longer. I cut it down quite a bit. And what we'll do is we'll read through, and you can see here in our directions. So I ask you to paraphrase. What does it mean to paraphrase? Put it in your own words. So you'll paraphrase the paragraph, and then after you paraphrase it, after you put it in your own words, you'll provide a summary. The summary is easier to do once you understand what the heck the paragraph is saying. Something I need you to understand, my loves, the first two texts that we are reading are transcendentalist philosophical texts, okay? They were written in the 1800s. So the best way, and this is just a general tip for reading philosophy or anything that's really like, heavy in terms of like the wording and stuff like that, go through it. Let it wash over you. Pay attention to the phrases and words that stick out to you. That's the easiest way to start to approach reading actual philosophy, okay? So we're going to be reading through. I've given you examples here in the first box of how to paraphrasing and summarizing for that paragraph. We'll do it together. And then you can see I've given you those skill questions. So we've got 4 skills, 3R5, 3R7, 3W3, 3W4 that are our focus for the unit. And underneath the paragraphs, you'll see that there are questions, and it tells you what skill that focus is on, okay? Whether it's 3R5, 3R7, whatever it might be. Cool? Y'all with me? Yeah? All right. So